By forever, biblical rap parable poem, a spitum, a spectum. The whole earth had a common language and a common vocabulary. And when the people moved eastward, they found a plain and Shinar and settled there. Then they said to one another, rapper forever, come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They had brick instead of stone and tar instead of martar. Then they said, come, let's build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, so that we may take a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered across the face of the entire earth. Haven't you heard? The bird is the word. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the people had started building. And the Lord said, rapping again, if as one people, all sharing a common language, they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be beyond them. Come, let's go down and confuse their language, so they won't be able to understand each other. So the Lord scattered them from there across the face of the entire earth, and they stopped building the city. Rapping biblically, that is why its name is what's called Babel, Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the entire world, and from there the Lord scattered them across the face of the entire earth. What? No. There I go, spitting the biblical notes into my phone. Well, there I go. Go out from your country, your relatives, and your father's household, to the land that I will show you. Then I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, and I'll make your name great, so that you will exemplify a divine blessing. I'll bless those who bless you, but the one who treats you lightly I must curse. So that all the families of the earth may receive blessing through you. Yes, it's true. So Abram left just as the Lord had told him to do, and Lot went with him. And now Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran, and Abram took his wife Sarah and with his nephew Lot, and all the possessions they had accumulated and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they left for the land of Canaan. They entered the land of Canaan, about Abram, traveled through the land as far as the oak tree of Marah and Shechem. At the time that the Canaanites were in the land, the Lord appeared to Abram, and said, to your descendants I will give this land. So Abram built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. Then he moved from there to the hill country east of Bethel, and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west, and the Ai on the east. There he built an altar to the Lord and worshiped the Lord. Abram continually journeyed by stages down to Nigeria, rapping in between biblical rap stories. When the men got up to leave, they looked out over Sodom. Now Abraham was walking with them to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, should I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? After all, Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, wrapping a biblical, undoubtable equation, and all the nations on the earth may receive blessing through him. Again, I have been wrapping him, so that he may command his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. Rapping I must, biblical raps I must, but then the Lord will give to Abraham what he promised him. Rapping never ending, I said. So the Lord, the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin so blatant, that I must go down and see if they are as wicked as the outcry suggests. If not, I want to know. No. The two men turned and headed toward Sodom, but Abraham was still standing before the Lord. Abraham approached and said, Will you really sweep away the godly along with the wicked? What if there are 50 godly people in the city? Will you really wipe it out and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 godly people? Purple Snapple Biblical who are in it, for far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the godly with the wicked. Rap it or spit it, repent it, treat them the godly and the wicked alike. Rhyme, 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 far be it from you. Will not judge of the whole earth, do what is right. So the Lord replied, if I find in the city the Sodom 50 godly people, I will spare the whole place for the sake wrap away. Then Abraham asked, since I have undertaken to speak to the Lord, although I am but dust and ashes, wrap up a bat. What if there are 5 less than the 50 godly people? What will you destroy this whole city? A rapping a biblical city, because 5 are lacking. He replied, I will not destroy if I find 45 there. Rappers beware about bear. Abraham spoke to him again, rap until off poppeth my head. What if 40 are found there? He replied, I will not do it for the sake of the 40, rap a monopoly. Then Abraham said, make the Lord not be angry, so that I may speak rap about it seems all day and all week. What if 30 are found there? He replied, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Rapper beware about bit. Abraham said, since I have undertaken to speak to the Lord. What if only 20 are found there? Rapper beware. He replied, I will not destroy if for the sake of the 20 are rapping rapidly, biblically. Finally, Abraham said, that may the Lord not be angry, so that I may speak just once more. What if 10 are found there? He replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. Rapping biblical hen. The Lord went on his way. When he had finished speaking to Abraham, bam. Then Abraham returned home. A biblical rap straight off the top of my dome. The 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening while Lot was sitting in the city's gateway and rapping. I just may lay down by the bay and spit biblical raps all day. When Lot saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face toward the ground. About wow, he said, here, my Lord, please turn aside to your servant's house. Pow, bow, wow. Stay the night as and wash your feet. And then you can be on your way early in the morning. Rapping never ending biblical poem. No, they replied. We'll spend the night in the town square. Rapper beware biblical poem and bear. But he urged them persistently, so they turned aside with him, rapping never endingly for eternity, and entered his house. He prepared a feast for them, including bread baked without yeast, it seems, and they ate before they could lie down to sleep. All the men, both young and old, behold, from every part of the city of Sodom, surrounded the house. Pow, pow, wow. What they shouted to Lot, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can take carnal knowledge of them. Lot went outside to them, shut in the door behind him. He said, no, my brothers, don't act so wickedly. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never been intimate with a man. Bam. You can do to them whatever you please. It seems only don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof, toot-de-loo, out of our way. They cried, this man came to live there as a foreigner, a biblical rapper forever, and now he dares to judge us. Will do more harm to you than to them. They kept pressing in on Lot until they were close enough to break down the door. So the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house. Pow, pow, wow. As they shut the door, then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, from the youngest to the oldest, with blindness, rapping, obsessed with a biblical parable of the men outside who wore themselves out trying to find the door. Then the 2 visitors said to Lot, who else do you have here? Do you have any son-in-laws? Any son-in-law sons daughters or other relatives in the city. Get them out of this place because we are about to destroy it. But out to read against this place is a great before the Lord that he has sent us to destroy it. I spit it rapping a biblical poem. I spot word vomit. And then Lot went out and spoke to his son-in-law who were going to marry his daughter's rapper forever. He said, quick, get out of this place because the Lord is about to destroy the city. 'Tis a pity, twixt his V, but his son-in-law thought he was ridiculing them, rapping a biblical anthem rhythm. At dawn, the angels hurried lot along, saying, "Get going, take your wife, rhyme, all night, driving me echoing crazy. The biblical rhyme, driving me crazy inside my mind. And your two daughters who are here, or else you will be destroyed. Ahoy! When the city is judged, when Lot hesitated, the men grabbed his hand in the hands of his wife and two daughters, rapper forever, because the Lord had compassion on them. They led them away and placed them outside the city. When they had brought them outside, they said, run for your lives. Don't look behind you or step anywhere in the valley. Escape to the mountains or you will be destroyed. But oh boy. But Lot said to them, no, please, Lord, your servant has found favor with you, and you have shown me a great kindness by sparing my life. But I am not able to escape to the mountains because this disaster will overtake me and I'll die. Look, this town over here is close enough to escape to, and it's just a little one. Let me go there. It's just a little place, isn't it? Then I'll survive. Very well, he replied. I will grant this request to and will not overthrow the town you mentioned. Run very quickly, for I cannot do anything until you arrive there. This incident explains why the town was called Zoar, rapping beholder. The sun had just risen over the land. A lot reached over. Then the Lord rained down sulfur and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah. It was sent down from the sky by the Lord. So he overthrew those cities and all that region, including all the inhabitants of the cities and the vegetation that grew from the ground. Wow. But Lot's wife looked back longingly and was turned into a pillar of salt. Abraham got up early in the morning and went to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked out toward Sodom and Gomorrah and all the land of that region. As he did, he saw the smoke rising up from the land like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the cities of the region, God honored Abraham's request. He removed Lot from the midst to the destruction. When he destroyed the cities Lot had lived in, a rapper biblical poem forever.